Hi students, welcome to chemistry classes. So in this session we are going to start the abnormal colligative properties. So students, normal colligative properties, it is opposed to the abnormal colligative properties. Means here abnormal colligative properties means when observed colligative properties are different from expected value. These are called abnormal colligative properties. So students, here colligative properties are different from expected. It is called a abnormal colligative property. So it is arises due to change in number of particles of a solute which undergo dissociation or association. So student, here ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಕೊಲಿಗೇಟಿವ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೊಲಿಗೇಟಿವ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಬರೋದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಬ್ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಕೊಲಿಗೇಟಿವ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅರೈಸಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು change in number of particles of a solute which is undergo dissociation or association in solution. Okay, this is about abnormal colligative property. And one more important question, that is Van't Hoff factor. So student, here Van't Hoff factor, so Van't Hoff factor, it is denoted by I. Okay, now here Van't Hoff factor, in 1880 a Van't Hoff scientist introduced a factor, it is known as Van't Hoff factor, to account for the extent of association or dissociation. And student, Van't Hoff factor, it is a ratio of observed colligative property and expected colligative properties. Okay students, Van't Hoff factor, it is a ratio of observed colligative properties and expected colligative properties, and it is denoted by I. Okay, or you can say I is equal to total number of particles of solute in the solution divided by number of particles of solute added in the solution. Or simply last one, that is the Van't Hoff factor definition, I is equal to normal molecular mass divided by observed molecular mass. So student, this is about the Van't Hoff factor. And next one is modified equations. Okay student, modified equations. So here modified equations means for a solute which undergo change in a molecular state in a solution, means it is association or dissociation, the equation of colligative properties are modified. Okay students, the equation of colligative properties are modified. So these are multiplied by Van't Hoff factor, that is I. Okay student, actually relative lowering vapor pressure means P naught minus Ps divided by P naught is equal to mole fraction, that is N2 divided by N1 plus N2. And elevation of boiling point means delta TB is equal to I into KBM. And depression of freezing point means delta TF is equal to KF and M. And osmotic pressure means pi V is equal to nRT. Okay, it is a relative lowering vapor pressure and elevation of boiling point and depression freezing point. And last one is osmotic pressure. But in modified equations, the equation of colligative properties are multiplied by Van't Hoff factor, that is I. Okay, then the first one is relative lowering of vapor pressure. Its equations become P naught minus Ps divided by P naught is equal to Van't Hoff factor I into mole fraction, that is N2 divided by N1 plus N2. And second equation, it is also modified equation. Here Van't Hoff factor is multiplied with the elevation of boiling point colligative property. So here delta TB is equal to Van't Hoff factor I into KBM. Okay, and third one is depression in freezing point. So student, depression in freezing point, the formula is delta TF is equal to KFM. Okay, and the modified equation, delta TF is equal to I, nothing but Van't Hoff factor into KFM. And last one is also same, osmotic pressure. Actually colligative property osmotic pressure formula is pi V is equal to nRT. But here modified equation is pi V is equal to Van't Hoff factor nRT, means pi V is equal to I into nRT. Okay student, this is about a Van't Hoff factor and modified equations. And next one, student, the next concept in a solution chapter, that is degree of dissociation or degree of association. Okay, students. So next concept, degree of dissociation or degree of association. So first one, degree of dissociation or association, number of moles of solute associated or dissociated per mole of solute added is called degree of dissociation or degree of association, and it is denoted by alpha. Okay, student, number of moles of solute associated or dissociated per mole of solute added is called degree of dissociation or association, and student, it is denoted by alpha. Okay, it is denoted by alpha. And student, percentage of association or dissociation, P is equal to alpha into 100. Okay, student, so this is percentage association or dissociation, P is equal to alpha into 100. So there are two cases. First case in case of association, and second case in case of dissociation. So in the first case, in case of association, so Na and product An. Okay, so here initial number of moles. Okay, initial number of moles, here 1, here in the product side 0. Number of moles after association, here 1 minus alpha, in product side alpha by N. And students, total number of moles in the solution, total number of moles in the solution, 1 minus alpha plus alpha by N. Therefore, I is equal to 1 minus alpha plus alpha by N divided by 1. Or you can say I is equal to 1 minus alpha plus alpha by N. And students, I minus 1 is equal to alpha, 1 minus N minus 1. So therefore, the final mathematical expression for in case of association, alpha is equal to I minus 1 divided by 1 minus N minus 1. So this is the final expression for in case of association. And second case, in case of dissociation. So in case of dissociation, An, it gives rise to Na. So here also same, initial number of moles 1 and product side 0. Number of moles after dissociation is 1 minus alpha and N alpha. And number of particles present in reactant side 1 minus alpha plus N alpha. Okay, so the equation becomes I is equal to 1 minus alpha, sorry, I minus 1 divided by N minus 1. So this is in case of dissociation. Okay, student, the numerical problems based on the molarity of solutions and mole fraction and molality. Okay, the first numerical problem, a solution of glucose in water is labeled as 10% weight by weight. What would be the molality and mole fraction of each component in the solution? Okay, student, a solution of glucose in water is labeled as 10% weight by weight. What would be the molality and mole fraction of each component? Means you have to find out molality and mole fraction of each component in the solution. And next one is, if the density of the solution is 1.2 gram per mole, then what shall be the molarity of the solution? Means student, you have to calculate molality and mole fraction and molarity. So these three concepts you have to calculate by using this concept. So student, solution. So here let mass of a solution. So mass of a solution is mass of solution is 100 gram. Okay, student, here mass of solution is 100 gram. And mass of glucose, and student, mass of glucose. So weight by weight percentage means 10 gram glucose in a 90 gram water. That is called a mass of solution. Okay, student, here mass of glucose is 10 gram. Mass of glucose is 10 gram. Then mass of water is 90 gram. Mass of water is 90 gram. Mass of water is 90 gram. Okay, student. Then you have to calculate number of moles first. Okay, first one you have to calculate number of moles of 10 gram glucose. Number of moles of 10 gram glucose, that is 10 means mass by molar mass. Okay, 10 divided by 180. 180 is the molar mass of glucose. Okay, you have to calculate first number of moles. Number of moles is equal to mass by molar mass. Here mass of glucose is 10 gram and molar mass of glucose is 180 gram. Okay, so 10 by 180 means it is a 0.0555 mole. Okay, students, number of moles of 10 gram glucose is 0.0555 mole. And number of moles of H2O. And next one, number of moles of H2O. Number of moles of H2O. So student, same here, number of moles means mass by molar mass. So mass of water is 90 gram divided by molar mass of water is 18, means 90 by 18 means 5 moles. Okay, and by using this concept, you can calculate molality. First one, molality means number of moles of solid by mass of solvent in a kg. Okay, number of moles of solute divided by mass of solvent in kg. Mass of solvent in kg. So student, here number of moles of solute, here number of moles of solute nothing but it is a glucose. Okay, number of moles of solute, that is glucose, 0.0555 divided by mass of solvent in a kg. So mass of solvent here, water, 0.090 kg. Okay, 0.090 kg means mass of solvent in a kg, means mass of water is 90 gram. 90 by 1000 means 0.090 gram. Okay, and the answer is become 0.617 molality. So this is the molality. Okay, student, number of moles of solute by mass of solvent in a kg. So here solvent is water, 90 gram. Okay, number of moles of solute is 0.0555. Mass of solvent in kg, 0.090 kg. So molality is 0.617 m, small m. Okay, and mole fraction. Second one, you have to calculate mole fraction, that is X, mole fraction of what? Sorry, not H2O, mole fraction of glucose. Mole fraction of glucose. So mole fraction means here, mole fraction, that is X is equal to number of moles of solute, divided by number of moles of solution. X means mole fraction means number of moles of solute by number of moles of solution. So student, here number of moles of solute is, means glucose is 0.0555 divided by number of moles of solution, that is 0.0833 liter. Okay, it's become 0.01. This is a mole fraction of a glucose. So student, this one, number of moles of solution. So number of moles of solution you can calculate it by using density. So volume of solution is equal to 100 gram mass by density. So density here is 1.2 gram per ml. So answer become 83.3 ml. Okay, in liter 0.0833 liter. Okay, this is moles of a solution. This is moles of solution here. Okay, and student, last one is molarity. Third one, that is molarity. Last one is molarity. So molarity means number of moles of solute, divided by volume of solution in liter. Volume of solution in liter. So here number of moles of solute is 0.0555 divided by volume of solution liter 0.083. So answer is become 0.668 molarity. Okay, student. Next numerical is it is based on the molecular mass of a solid. So question is, an aqueous solution of 2% non-volatile solute exert a pressure of 1.004 bar at the normal boiling point of the solvent. What is the molecular mass of solid? Okay, student, again I will repeat it. An aqueous solution of 2% non-volatile solute exert a pressure of 1.004 bar at the normal boiling point of the solvent. What is the molecular mass of the solute? So here, student, vapor pressure of pure water at the boiling point, that is vapor pressure of a pure solvent, nothing but here pure water, P0 is equal to 1 atmospheric. 1 atmospheric means here 1.013 bar. Okay, vapor pressure of pure water, that is 1.013 bar. And student, vapor pressure of solution means vapor pressure of solution, that is PS is equal to 1.004 bar. 1.004 bar. And let mass of solution, and student, let mass of solution, that is 100 gram. Okay, 2% means it is a 100 gram of solution. And let mass of solute, so it is 2% means the mass of solute is, that is W2 means it is a 2 gram. Okay, mass of solute W2 means it is a 2 gram. And mass of solvent, that is W1 is equal to 100 minus means mass of solution minus mass of a solute is equal to mass of solvent, that is 98 gram. Okay, 98 gram. And now student, applying Raoult's law for dilute solution. Just you should apply Raoult's law for dilute solution. Raoult's law for dilute solutions. Raoult's law for dilute solution, that is P naught minus Ps divided by P naught is equal to W2 divided by M2 into M1 divided by W1. Okay. Now P naught minus Ps divided by P naught. Just substitute these value in this formula. So now it's become 1.013 means vapor pressure of pure solvent. Okay, minus vapor pressure of solution, that is 1.004 divided by P naught means vapor pressure of pure solvent, that is also 1.013 is equal to W2 means it is a 2 gram divided by M2. You have to calculate M2 value. Okay student, into M1 means M1 means mass of water, that is 18 gram per mole divided by 98 gram means mass of solvent, that is W1. So you have to calculate M2 value, means it is a 2 into 18 divided by 98 into 1.013 divided by 0.009 gram per mole. Then the answers become M2 is equal to 41.35 gram per mole. So this is the M2 value.